but I feel for you. Look at, oh, it's so soft and stuff. Yes. Greetings, welcome to another Deckard Games YouTube thing about showing things. This is a series of videos where I share with you guys the things that I've got in the last couple of months. And these 2 months were kind of special because, well, they were vacation months, and I decided to build a new PC, so I didn't get as much games as I normally would, but I still have a few things to show, and well, all those things, vacations and the new PC, they cost money, so I had to contain myself a little bit. Still, we are going to take a look at all these things, this diversity, and yeah, it is another video, another pickups video, so let's get straight to it. And so let's start with the new stuff. I've built a new machine for me, my new main machine, where I work and I play and whatnot. And I went with a Gigabyte Aorus X570 Elite motherboard, a board that I've chosen because of the many videos that I saw on the interwebs and stuff, and because of a channel called Buildzoid, something like that. And yeah, this was the value slash performance choice for me. It is a X570 board, a new one, and since I was going for a Ryzen 3rd gen CPU and I was spending money on a new motherboard, it might as well buy something that is also new and not a older motherboard, although they are compatible with a BIOS upgrade and whatnot. So yeah, this is the motherboard that I went with, the X570 Aorus Elite from Gigabyte. You can see the build video here on the channel. I'll leave the link around here somewhere, I don't know, and you can check it out. I'm satisfied with the build. So if you want to see a more modern thing than usual here on the channel, check out that video where I build my new machine, and this is the board that I've chosen. And as I've stated, I went with the new Ryzen line of CPUs, in this case a Ryzen 7 3700X, the 8-core 16-thread CPU. Again, it was a good value for the money. So yeah, it is a new gen CPU, the 3rd gen of Ryzen CPUs that supports PCIe 4.0, and although I don't need it, but yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, a Ryzen 7 3700X again on my new build, a video that you can check it out if you want to here on the channel. And yeah, I'm very satisfied with all the hardware that I've got. I think it was a well thought build and stuff. So yeah, a new Ryzen CPU. I'm not using the original cooler, still in the box. So Ryzen 7 3700X on my new machine. And the 3700X, it's been cooled by the Cooler Master Hyper 212 Black Edition. That it doesn't fit the frame, but whatever. I'm not going to move the camera to show a cooler. And it is a classic from Cooler Master. The computer that I was using, it had a i5 2500K, and it was being cooled by the previous version of the 212. So it is a cooler that I've been using for more than a decade now, and I've stuck with it. And this time it is the Black Edition, which gets you, I don't know, something like 20% more frames per second, or not, but it is what it is. So yeah, with the Silencio fan. No, it is a cool cooler, And if you check that video, you would know that I went with this black and white scheme on the new build, so it fits that theme. So yeah, a Cooler Master Hyper 212 Black Edition that is cooling the new Ryzen CPU. For RAM, we have a box with no RAM because the RAM is being used on the CPU, and I went with some G-Skill Sniper X DDR4 running at 3600 MHz. It is empty. Again, please check out the video. And well, it is RAM, and it does some memory things, so not much to say about it. So yeah, 16 gigabytes of DDR4 G-Skill or G-Skill running at 3600 MHz, and well, it's memory. For storage on the new build, I already had a Samsung SSD, a regular SSD, and I also had a mechanical drive, and I kept both of them, the SSD and the mechanical drive, a 4 terabyte mechanical drive. But since I have a board now that supports NVMe or M.2 SSDs, I bought a NVMe SSD, the 970 Evo Plus from Samsung, in this case 250 gigabytes, and it is a super fast drive, so yeah, a lot of faster data transfer, and I have to upgrade to a second M.2 SSD to get rid of my other drives and stuff. So yeah, I'm very pleased with the Samsung M.2 SSD. Everybody knows Samsung. They do some of the best SSDs on the market, although they are not cheap. But well, you want it, you gotta pay for it. So yeah, a Samsung M.2 SSD, 250 gigabytes running on my new machine. Very fast, very reliable, so I am pleased. And although I'm not a big fan of RGB, I bought two fans from Inwin Polaris, this is the name, some RGB fans, and they were quite cool, so a few days later I bought another two. So I have 4 RGB fans on my machine. They are on static white at the moment because, again, of that black and white theme that I went with. Very cool. They are very quiet, and they daisy chain with each other, so you don't have a lot of cables inside the case and stuff. This was pretty cool, and it was a nice surprise to daisy chain all the fans. So yeah, less cables, and they just look cool without the square frame around. They are circular fans, so yeah, pretty cool. Again, not a big fan. I left my curiosity for lights inside the computer in the early 2000s with neons and whatnot, so I decided to give it a go, and I liked it. If I get tired of it, I can just turn it off. So yeah, some RGB for RGB fans on my new machine, and if you want to see them, please check out the video. Last but not least, on my new machine, I wasn't expecting to replace my power supply because I had a Corsair TX 750, a 80 plus bronze. But well, since I needed that power supply to power my 2500K that is still in use, I decided to change the power supply, and I went with a Seasonic Focus PX 750 80 plus platinum power supply, and you can't go wrong with Seasonic stuff. If you know your computers, you know that one of the best brands, if not the best brand of power supplies, is in fact Seasonic. So full modular power supply, 750 watts, more than enough for what I need. So yeah, 80 plus platinum, very important these days to have a very efficient power supply on your machine, so it delivers the power that I need. Still on hardware, but not modern at all, I got a Sound Blaster 16 value, another ISA sound card. I can't get enough of my Sound Blasters. It doesn't have OPL capabilities whatsoever, but still, it is a classic card, nothing in the back, as usual. It is a classic card, and I love my Sound Blaster stuff. It was very cheap. I saw it online and I had to grab it, so yeah, a Sound Blaster 16 value, another ISA classic sound card for your retro build and stuff, so very cheap. I had to grab it, and almost all of my sound cards or the ones that I buy are put into use sooner or later, so yeah, this will not be an exception. Sound Blaster 16 value, a classic sound card, again to be put into use very soon on a build that you may or may not see here on the channel. Let's find out in the future. Still on hardware, I found a 5¼ inch floppy disk drive, and you may find this weird, but in my country, well, in Portugal, it is very rare to find a online ad for a 5¼ inch drive exclusively. I have a few that I found on full machines, or machines that are built and come with a 5¼ inch drive, and believe it or not, in all these years that I buy classic PC things, this drive was the second ad that I've come across to sell exclusively a 5¼ inch drive. In all these years, it was the second online ad that I saw in my country selling a 5¼ inch floppy disk drive. This is a Panasonic GU475 for 8KJ. This is the model number, and it is in pretty decent shape, lubricated and stuff. All the moving parts work. It is very clean at the front. It is not white, it is gray, but it is the original color. So yeah, I am super pleased to find a 5¼ inch drive here on my country, because again, I don't know what happened. We are a small country, we have a small market. I guess all the old computers ended up in the trash or recycling centers and whatnot. So yeah, it is I wouldn't say hard to find, because you can find them, but to come across an ad that is exclusively selling a 5¼ inch drive, again, it was the second ad that I saw in all these years, so I was not only surprised and very pleased to get it. So now to games, again, as is tradition here on the channel, let's start with the big box stuff. Again, I didn't buy too many games because of what I said in the introduction of this video. Vacations cost money, building a new PC costs money. Still, I got a couple of big box games, starting with Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis, and someone, I guess the company, put a sticker in there so you wouldn't confuse it with the movie. This one is the graphic adventure, so no mistake there. This is not the original release, of course. This is a budget release from KixXL, a thing that exists in Europe only, I guess. I'm not sure. Back of the box, some words that form some text and some screenshots of the game. Inside the box we get the game on some lovely 3.5 inch floppy disks that are protected with this baggie, and we have a hint book, which is always nice. and some reference guides to guide you through some references, I guess. So yeah, a big box PC game, Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. I bought this after a video from my fellow YouTuber Pedro from the channel It's a Pixel Thing, a channel that I recommend you to visit and watch his videos, subscribe and stuff. It is a very cool channel. This is one of his favorite adventure games, or the favorite, I don't recall right now, but he made a video about this game, and I already knew the game, but I didn't own it, so I grabbed it, and I love my adventure games. As you know, I wish there were more adventure games nowadays, but well, it is what it is, we can't do much about it. So I saw the video, I grabbed it, and I thank him for making me spend some more money. The other big box game that I got, well, another Indiana Jones title, in this case Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Again, the graphic adventure, in this case it is not a sticker, it is part of the artwork. And this is a slim big box, something that I never came across with, but well, on the back again some words and some screenshots of the game, and inside the box you get the game again on some classic floppy disks. You get a tiny instruction thing. You get the Grail Diary of Henry Jones, the father. You get some protection codes so you can run the game and stuff. And again, when I saw that video, I first bought the Fate of Atlantis, and the same seller also had the Last Crusade, and it was on sale. I think I paid for this something like €5. The other one was a little bit more expensive. But so yeah, since I was gonna pay for postage, I bought the two of them, the Fate of Atlantis and the Last Crusade. So now I have two Indiana Jones classic adventures to run on a classic PC to enjoy some truly classic adventure games. So this year I went to Barcelona in Spain, and I always like to bring with me some gaming related memorabilia, and for that I visit some stores and stuff. And one of those visits I found Super Mario Bros. 3 on the NES, a classic game on the system, one of the best games on the system in fact. Not much to say, I'm not gonna explain what Super Mario Bros. Is. Everybody knows this game, and I was very surprised to find such a classic game while traveling, so I had to grab it. I didn't own Super Mario Bros. 3, I came across it several times and I never bought it, so yeah, I found it in Barcelona, so I brought it home with me. Super Mario Bros. 3 on the NES, now in my NES collection. That absolutely makes sense, since this is a NES game. Still on vacation, I found this Mega Drive game, World Championship Soccer 2, that I just didn't know it existed, and it is a football game, or a soccer game if you live in North America, and it is kind of a generic title. This was bought on cash converters. If you're European, you know this kind of label. Again, it is a generic soccer game, not the best by far, but well, it was very cheap. Again, I was on vacation, I like to bring some games with me, and I found it, I bought it, and it's now on my Mega Drive collection. World Championship Soccer 2, a generic soccer title or football title on the Mega Drive/Genesis. This was not on vacation, this was on one of my daily thrifts things. I found Broken Sword on the Game Boy Advance, a game that I absolutely love. On the PC. Again, I love my adventure game. Focus, you stupid thing. Focus. There you go. I love my adventure games. I knew Broken Sword existed on the Game Boy Advance. I have the director's cut version for the Nintendo DS, I believe. So yeah, I grabbed it. Although it doesn't have dialogue and stuff, it is one of my favorite adventure games on the PC. You can check my top 10 games on the PC if you like to, and I bought it because, well, it is always nice to have one of your favorite games that you can play on the go. So yeah, Broken Sword, the first one, The Shadow of the Templars, on my Game Boy Advance collection. I don't have many Game Boy Advance games, but I had to grab this one, so there you go. Still on games, I love my Xbox proper stuff, and I found Grand Theft Springfield on the Xbox, also known as The Simpsons Hit and Run, whatever. No, the true name is The Simpsons Hit and Run. There you go. Well, a lot of people called it Grand Theft Springfield. It is, for me, one of the best Simpson games, period. Along with the arcade game, the Brawler game that was ported to a few systems. It is one of my favorite, if not on par with the Brawler, my favorite Simpsons game title, and it is just fun. Yeah, I get it why people call it Grand Theft Springfield. You can drive, you can walk, you have missions to complete, you can rob other people's car. It is a very cool game with some great voice acting, as one would expect. It comes with, well, CD or DVD and manual. It is complete, and some warranty stuff. So it is complete, manual and the disc. And again, if you've never played The Simpsons Hit and Run, it is also available on the PlayStation 2. And well, it is just fun all over the place, and you couldn't expect other thing that comes with The Simpsons. Such a classic thing, let's call it that, because it is not just an animated series. The Simpsons is more than that. So yeah, The Simpsons Hit and Run, now on my original Xbox collection, and I absolutely love to find some Xbox proper games, a system that is kind of overlooked over here, but well, that's it. So The Simpsons Hit and Run, the Classics edition. It is not the original artwork, but yeah, super happy to have this one. A very fun game. If you've never played it, please check it out. Also on the Xbox, I found Sega Soccer Slam. I love my Sega stuff on other systems. This is not a simulation game, as the name suggests. This is a all over the place soccer game with power-ups, with apparently some muscle dudes, some wrestlers and stuff. I believe this comes, yeah, with game only, no manual. And well, again, not a simulator, just a fun game to play, to battle your friends on with the pretext of playing some soccer. But well, this is more of a fighting game with a ball in the middle. So yeah, Sega Soccer Slam on the Xbox proper. Again, I absolutely love to find some Sega stuff for other systems, and another game to add to my Xbox collection, and I'm very happy to have another one. So PlayStation 4, I bought Judgment, another game from Sega, in this case for the PlayStation 4. It is not a Yakuza game, but it is part of the Yakuza world, the back of the box. It is the back of the box. So, game and a tiny manual and a sticker, which is always nice. I have a review of this game here on the channel, so I'll leave a link here. And if you want to give it a go, you can watch the review. If you like it, give it a try. It is a very cool game. It is I love my brawlers, and on modern systems, at least in my opinion, it is as close as you can get to a old school brawler, because the fighting is just over the top. It has some detective elements to it, although those moments of the game are not the best. They are not the highlights of the game. But yeah, I recommend Judgment. Please check out the review here on the channel. Judgment on the PlayStation 4, another game from Sega. So this one came from my vacation in Barcelona, and it is République. I think that's how it pronounces in French, I guess. République. If not, please correct me. The back of the box again. It is the back of the box. Some receipts and the game itself. It is a stealth game, let's call it that, and it is pretty cool with some great graphics, some great use of color. It is not the most realistic thing, but it is a very fun game to play, to go undercover, to go incognito into buildings and stuff. So yeah, not a expensive game, a very cheap one, République, and while not being the best game on the system, from that list of absolutely cheap games that you can find secondhand, I recommend this one. So if you like stealth games, if you like to take your time, study the place, study the enemies, their movement and stuff, I recommend République on the PlayStation 4. A very cool game, and not a very well-known title on the system. Another game from Spain, Little Dragon's Cafe. I don't know why I bought this game, if not for the cover. I haven't played it. It costed something like €2 or something. Again, the game and the receipt. I don't know what it is about. I can Google it, but I didn't bother until now. I just liked the cover and I bought it, and I'm not gonna lie, I haven't played it. I bought this game because of the artwork and nothing more. So if you ever played Little Dragon's Cafe, please let me know if it's worth it or not, and I'll give it a go, I'll give it a try, or not. So it is a PlayStation 4 game, and that is all I can say about it. Still on PlayStation 4, another game from Barcelona, the Count Lucanar, I think that's how it pronounces, and this is a adventure game with some pixel art, so a throwback to old school adventure games, RPG-ish adventure games. I believe this comes with the disc only. It is a cool game. This one I have played. So again, a throwback to old school RPG adventure games with some great pixel art within the game. A cool story, I guess. So if you like this kind of games, if you like throwbacks, if you like pixel art on modern systems, this is another one, the Count Lucanar, and it is another PlayStation 4 game to my PlayStation 4 collection, and another game that came from my travel to Spain, Barcelona. So final game on the PlayStation 4, another game from my vacation, Yakuza 6, The Song of Life, and this is indeed a Yakuza series game. So it comes with the, let me open this, get out of there, So it comes with this beautiful booklet It has some nice feel to it, although you can't feel through the video, but I feel for you. Look at, oh, it's so soft and stuff. Yes. So again, it comes with some artwork made by fans. These are all drawings made by fans, not the developers, and some of them were chosen to be on the booklet. So these are all fan-made artwork, some pretty cool drawings. I couldn't do stuff like this. And the game itself, there you go, Yakuza 6, The Song of Life. Again, if you like old school brawlers, this is as close as you can get to them on a modern system. I absolutely love the Yakuza series. Not only it has some great story, great graphics. Come on, it is on Japan. It is in Japan with neons and whatnot. So this continues the story. Yakuza 6, The Song of Life, another Sega game on the system. I can't get enough Sega, so I keep pointing that out, Sega. So yeah, if you like that kind of game, there are plenty of Yakuza games to choose and to have some fun with it. So I absolutely recommend not only the Yakuza 6 Song of Life, but all the Yakuza series. Yeah, it is very fun to play, and well, it is some more Sega stuff on the PlayStation 4. So yeah, this is the stuff that I got in the last couple of months, and as always, I like to share with you guys all the stuff, and some stuff you may know, some other stuff you may not know, and you find it useful and you like it and you want to give it a try. As always, this is not showing off, this is sharing with you the things that I got. Let me know what you think of all this magnificent crap in front of us. Stay tuned for other videos, more substantial videos on retro things and stuff. Let me know what you got in the last month so I can check it out. Also, as always, you can follow me on the different social media networks that exist, where I post an assortment of different things, including a few things that I buy. And well, if you like this video, please check out my other videos here on the channel. Leave it a thumbs up and please consider subscribing to the channel, because I cover an assortment of different things that you may or may not enjoy. But if you do enjoy, please subscribe to the channel. As always, I thank you very much for watching this, and well, until my next video, take care.